Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants, and it's coming up next.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second down and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a yard. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On play action, Love to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, You at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Singletary again. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing Jones. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, Jones. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On fourth down, Jones. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Jones throw complete there to Johnson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
No score after one on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now Jones to throw on second down. Touchdown, Giants! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. To throw now, here's Love. That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off the play fake, Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Love, they go play action now. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. Jet sweep, Dobbs. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Packers
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and the result, a Green Bay score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Jaden Reed is deep for Green Bay. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Final play of the half, Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off play action. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 23. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go right back to Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow...
And he is in! Touchdown, New York! Devin Singletary taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Olszewski. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out. We got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Carlson on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Isaiah McKenzie. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Giants. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Nixon. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Jordan Love ready on first down here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jordan Phillips, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They juked him. Well, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal. There's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocked it on the door. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Singletary trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it'll be Singletary. And this time he is in. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:55 remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Love. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Now Love to Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, it would appear, And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Love looking to throw it. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. That one caught downfield by Watson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Play action this time with Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.